Welcome. This is the Yestergays. Justin usually does all this, but he's in Europe somewhere having a hot gay summer.
Good for him.
You know, and I am your only host today, unfortunately, for some of you, Blakely Thornton, and I am here with millennial icon, Instagram friend, actress extraordinaire, Jordana Brewster. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you today?
I'm good. I just did the drive from Santa Barbara listening to you. So that's
wow.
fun.
Thank you. Wait, do you vacation there? You have a home there?
No, I live there.
You live
I got
in Santa
out of
Barbara?
LA like 4 years ago.
That's why you're so normal. That makes sense now. I was like, she's super chill for someone who's been in this shit since like 96.
Yeah, I had to
You gotta get out.
You gotta get out.
You gotta get out.
It's too much.
I mean, I'm a niche girly. Obviously, we're here to talk about the, I guess, 25th anniversary.
25th. Yeah.
Shit.
I
Of the
know.
Fast and the
I know.
Furious. But I want to start from where I want to start.
Yeah.
One, okay, so you grew up in New York.
Well, I was born in Panama,
Okay.
grew up in London, and then Rio, and then New York at like 10.
10.
Yeah.
And you went to the Children's Professional School.
I went to
Professional.
Convent of the Sacred Heart.
Oh, both.
And then where Lady Gaga was.
Yeah,
That's
did you guys cross over?
No, she's so much younger.
No, she's like 85.
She's so much younger. When I looked it up, I was like, what?
She's 40, so not that much younger.
Oh,
no.
she only 40?
Yeah.
Really?
When just,
I thought, okay, well then I'm 5 years old.
knows?
But we didn't cross.
well, we're all
paths.
27 to be clear.
We are.
To be clear.
I actually just turned 28.
Exactly. You can rent a car now.
PCS, it was after Convent of the Sacred Heart.
Okay.
At like 15.
And then you went to Yale, so we are enemies. I went to Penn.
I know.
What was that like?
Business school or undergrad? You went to Wharton after,
I went to,
right?
but Wharton was what people don't know is Wharton is an undergraduate school as well. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
all of my courses were cross-listed with MBAs, and they are so lazy because they're on a pass-fail curve, so they don't care. So I was like, I have educationally an MBA. I don't have the credential, which is annoying.
Got it.
Yeah.
That is annoying.
Yeah.
Did you have fun? Did you like it?
Oh, it was a fever. I was a closeted football player, so it was a fever dream. But when we played Yale, the Yale football team had a rap song that they had recorded as a group. It feels like a fever dream, but it was like, we go hard in the weight room, hard in the, we just some hungry ass bulldogs
Oh my
looking for a meal. And I was like, we must destroy them. Like,
And
as a
did you?
black person in America, we cannot lose to the Yale football team. Like, this is a race. I don't know how, but this is a racism, and I hate it. And we killed them. We killed them. My one receiving touchdown in my entire football career was in that game.
Oh, wow.
Because I was that mad at your team.
Okay. I
But
apologize
yes.
on their behalf.
You should, thank you. You've done a mitzvah for your community. But how was Yale?
It was good. I was there like strictly as a student. I'd go Monday through Thursday, and then I'd go back to the city and have fun.
Yeah, because you were on a soap opera at the same time as you were in college?
No, I was on the soap from 15 to 18, and then I got the faculty, took a semester off. No, a year off. And then went back to school and got fast like the second year that I was there. So I was kind of, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
But you graduated.
Which is a nice way.
Yeah.
To go through college.
Mine was just, again,
Yeah.
it was whiskey and football and repressed homosexuality. So like college feels kind of like a dream in certain extents. But yeah, it was interesting. The Ivy League, you know?
I knew that like, I just wanted the piece of, like, I felt like I had something to prove. And I'm actually really glad I went. I'd go back now, actually.
Same. Okay.
Right?
If you went back, what would you get your degree, a master's degree in?
I loved sociology. I really did. I mean, but I love reading, and I love like seminars where you get to discuss things. And you, like, recently I went, maybe I was hormonal or something, but I was reading like, there's a poem. I was trying to figure out, like, is it Yeats? Is it Milton? Is it? And I felt so nostalgic, and I missed that era so much.
Like I miss learning and reading.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's not really in the culture anymore. Like, I get so mad at, like, it's not their fault because boomers and Gen X actually built the machinery that has messed up their brains. But like, they're like, you didn't write a paper. I'm like, I wrote a 10-page paper every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes I didn't read the book. So my brain was ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I was bullshitting.
Yeah. Remember like having to go to the stacks or like look at the Old English Dictionary or like, I loved that.
Or like, was it called? Citing your sources,
Yes.
a bibliography.
Yes. The
What-
last page where there's like a certain format where you have to.
I think Instagram and TikTok need bibliographies.
Yeah.
Because it's like, where did you get, you're lying.
I
'Cause
agree.
Between like fitness influencers, like there's something new every day.
Mhm.
And now when someone says, I saw it on TikTok, my brain, I die. I'm like, I don't
know.
care. It's a
know.
book. Read a book.
Yeah. And I need, like, I love the book itself. I
Yeah,
can't read it
same.
online. Yeah.
But we're in a weird anti-intellectual era. I'm now reading Capitalism by Sven Beckert. It's 1,000 pages, but it's very interesting. It's like, because it's such a new concept, but now it dictates everything we do. So my new thing is like, God, I can't talk. This is like having a nightmare. Like,
Wait, what happened?
I was with my godchildren for 3 days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, no, stop, don't.
Yeah.
You have to use the bass in your voice. So I was like, I don't think I'm meant to be a parent because if 72 hours broke me, then I don't know.
How old are they?
They are, I'm going to get around like 7, 6, and 4.
Fuck. Sorry, that's intense.
Literally.
Yeah,
and they're all fucking main characters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Can one of you just stop for I was like, I literally looked at one of them and I was like, I'm Uncle Blakely and I love you. I don't care.
Yeah.
He was trying to do magic. He's like, Uncle Blakely. And I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Magic is for losers. Okay. I was like, I love you. Be you, free to be you and me.
Yeah.
But like, I'll kill it. Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care at all.
It's exhausting.
I was like, Uncle Blakely loves you, but stop talking to me. But they're like, again, they're like, Liz and David love you too. But I'm like, I don't know how they deal having to keep them alive every day.
Right.
I get to pop in, say like, hey, let's go to a party. Let's do a thing.
Yeah.
Uncle Blakely will take you to YSL. Like,
Yeah.
Like literally, I did the YSL men's show and Sydney's the oldest. And I feel like you have the burden of being the oldest. And I was like, do you want like a solo day? I was like, do you want to go to the YSL in Paris with me alone? So we went and she was like,
oh, amazing.
the mirror. She's like, do all stores have mirrored doors? I was like, no, babe, they don't. But she also like can't keep a secret. Like I gave her a Coca-Cola and we had like a burger and a Coke and she's not allowed to have sugar. First thing she tells her mom. I was like, well, now I know who can't come to my house as a teenager. Babe, I'm your cool uncle.
Yeah, seriously.
Now we can't be doing things.
She screwed that up.
You don't get the key to my house. You couldn't keep a Coca-Cola secret. Come on, girl.
That's lame.
What are we doing?
That's lame. But
you know
one kid at a time is the secret.
Yeah, they all need. And I think Liz and David like having me there because then it's 3-on-3 because they're outnumbered. And I feel like I would, even if I was to have children, which I will never, I would never have more than 2 because once they outnumber you, you're fucked.
You are.
And
they also, you should never, I don't think people should have 2 so that they have a friend because like they're never friends.
No.
You know?
No.
So, yeah.
They don't like me and my sister were 5 years apart. And I think that's the best difference because like we didn't get in each other's way. And now we appreciate each other.
You say appreciate, not like.
Well, I like her. I don't think she likes me. So like, I was like, you're my best friend. She's like, cool. Or like to this day on the phone, I'll be like, love you. And she'll be like, hang up.
Oh my God.
I know she loves me back, but like she does not say I love you back.
I once told Bella if we weren't related, we wouldn't be friends. And she was so upset with me. But I was like, but we're so different.
Yeah.
You know, we're so different.
It's blood ties.
Yeah.
I also like, I love you. I don't always have to. My sister once, when she had a boyfriend, I had a boyfriend she hated. And she wrote me like Aaliyah, a 4-page letter. And it was the meanest thing that anyone has ever done to me.
Oh my God.
I was like calling my dad bawling. I was like, she's such a bitch. Why would she do this? My dad's like, what happened? I was like, she mailed me a Mean Girls letter and listed everything I've ever thought about myself to me.
Oh no.
But that's how we know. So people on the internet think I'm crazy. Like, God bless. Like if she would, I'm the nice one. I'm the nice one. But we veered off. So Yale, the faculty, what was that like? It
was amazing.
How does it feel to have all like, you've had a 30-year career now? What would you say was like the highlight of it?
To be honest, the highlight's happening now because I was always, first of all, it's like the youth is really wasted on the young.
Truly.
I feel like if I could go back and re-experience my 20s and re-experience being on the faculty set for the first time, I would have, like the balls I've grown, I would have applied back then, you know? So but I feel so good being on the set I'm on now. It's called Bishop. My character's not based on her beauty or her being secondary to the male characters, and it's so refreshing and fun.
I also feel like all the girlies that like, how many times have you been to TRL?
I went to MTV Spring Break. I don't think I ever went to, yeah.
You never did TRL?
I don't think I did. I know.
That really bothers me.
I know. It bugs me too. What an opportunity wasted.
Yeah, you were like literally the faculty into the Fast and that was peak Carson Daly.
I know.
Carson Daly fucked up so hard. I'll say that. You didn't say it, I said it. But like, damn.
You did.
So what was MTV Spring Break like?
It was, so Paul, Vin, Michelle, and I think we all ended up in someplace in Florida. We got there late, showed up for a couple of hours, and that was it. Danced around, and that was it.
What was the show? Was it maybe that was TRL, or was it like?
It could have been TRL on location.
That's what I was thinking.
You're right.
Like, was there a countdown? Were you talking to Ludacris at all?
There was just like a mosh pit with like a bunch of sweaty people like dancing.
Interesting.
You know? Yeah.
So faculty, then you get to the seminal Fast and the Furious, 2001. So you were shooting in 2000. We were shooting in 2000. I was staying at the Standard. Remember the Standard back in the day on Sunset? And now it's just closed.
But it's reopening,
Is it?
I think so.
Interesting.
I think someone's going to
it's prime real estate. Somebody has to. Also, what were their accountants doing that they couldn't make money?
I know.
Like,
well,
people were,
the rate was pretty cheap.
Really?
It was like, I remember something like $100 a night. I was like, this is a good deal. I'm going to stay here.
That had to be 2000.
Yeah.
Because it's got, the standards today would be like 600.
Yeah, you're right.
It's crazy.
Right. And the walls are very thin in that place. And the mattresses are thin. Yeah, I have a couple of notes for when they
reopen. And the pool. I don't get in public pools.
I don't either. It's disgusting.
It's just not a good deal.
It's gross.
It's disgusting.
And
like Soho House, like LeBain. Also gays. We're not a clean people. Like, I love us. I love our freedoms. Go America. Kind of. But like, public pool is disgusting.
No, it's gross.
It should be a rule.
I agree.
So what was your favorite part of shooting the first Fast and the Furious?
Kissing Paul Walker and watching Michelle. I loved watching Michelle because she was the polar opposite of me. Like, where she said whatever the fuck she wanted to say. She was brave. I loved her chutzpah.
You guys have all kind of grown up together on the, like, there are 10 now? 11?
There's 10, not including the spinoffs, like the Hobbs and Shaw and all that.
Because it's kind of like the MCU at this point. Like, you like at what point, at what script are you guys like, do we have powers? Because like at this point it's a heightened reality. But at this point, like he's throwing the rock through a wall, like through a brick wall.
Yeah.
There are things that you guys are doing with a car. Like, you all should be dead multiple times over. And there's no way anyone in this world could do the things you're doing with the cars.
Yeah.
So are you guys like, you know what? We're superhuman at this point? Like, did anybody ever just say that?
I actually think we should go strip it down and go back to like what we were at the very beginning. Like what we're celebrating.
In East LA.
Exactly.
Sorry.
With real cars who love the car culture, who are able to like communicate through that. I feel like,
Because the stunts have gotten bigger and bigger, but I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love them, but I'm like, you can't do that. Like, there's no way you could plan for this contingency. You would just crash and die.
Yeah.
But you don't.
You don't.
So I feel like they either need to embrace that you guys are in fact superhuman, or say you all had a fever dream and come back to it.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about the fever dream theory.
It could be. You've been in a fever dream for 20 years.
It could be.
Because I was just like, what? Like, there's a point where like you're using the car as a wrecking ball, or going like under it, or like Jason Momoa is rolling an atomic bomb.
Yes, but I like the stunts where they're feasible, because I think that's just more fun.
Yeah,
it's more visceral that way. So
exactly.
Hopefully we get back to that.
You're winking? Is there something going to happen? Are we going to have a return?
There's going to be a last one.
Okay.
A final one.
And you'll all die in that one.
I actually, you know what?
You heard it here first.
When we were in Cannes, I was a little tipsy after the screening. It was like a midnight screening, so it was 2 a.m. We were all hanging out in the lobby, and I was like, I think someone should die. And then and then I was like, wait a second. I woke up the next day and I was like, fuck, what if they kill me? And then there's no like TV opportunities for me. And then there's.
But also, you've been playing this role for a quarter century now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
But like, okay, so in your perfect world, Fast 11, what happens? Just spitballing.
In my perfect, you know what I really want to see? I want to see Brian and Mia's kids. I have a boy and a girl.
Ooh.
And so I want to see them. And I actually kind of pitched this to Vin. I would like to see my kid, because Paul, his whole thing was like rebel without a cause, like cop turned bad boy. And so I kind of want our son to do the same thing and me to just be like, because having kids now, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much stuff I didn't know. There's so many lessons I'm learning, because parenting is the hardest job in the world. And I want Mia to go through that by having like a little Dom as her kid.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun.
That could be a spinoff series. I want to see you raising these kids.
Yeah.
On like, what's the Peacock, I guess, because it's a Universal film.
It'd be Peacock, yeah.
But who knows nowadays? Probably like Warren Buffett will buy it all.
I'm so confused by everything that's going on.
Because I see like HBO shit on Netflix, and I'm like, why would I buy HBO Max?
Well, let's talk about the fact that like on my iPad, I'll go through stuff, and I'm like, how can I watch this? And then I go to buy it on Apple TV, and then it's like, and I'm like, I don't have those codes right now.
To be honest, I did this. I wanted to rewatch it last night when I got home. And I just couldn't figure out the password to where to be able to stream. Yeah. So I watched Clueless. I was like, I need to prepare, but am I going to go back and re-put my password in?
Yeah, no. You can't. No. It's how you end up with like 20 subscriptions.
Exactly.
It's so annoying.
I downloaded like the Rocket Money app to see, and it was like, you're paying for Hulu and Disney. I'm thinking of paying like $300 a month in streaming fees.
That's so stupid.
But I'm like, I don't have the energy for this.
Yeah.
Because when you go to a hotel, sometimes they're old, they don't have it. I just sign up again. I'm like,
or like family, like I'll just text my husband, what's the password? And he's just like, I can't right now. I'm in a meeting. And I'm like, but give me the password.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My parents, I love them, but they like can't get it. So she's like, how do I see this? My mom gets mad every time I download an app on her TV. And I'm like, but then she's like happy. She's like, how do I watch this? I'm like, it's my account.
Right.
You're fine. Like,
YouTube TV.
This is what you do.
Just,
figure it out.
It's confusing.
They can't. I would never dare to put YouTube TV on their TV. They would.
Oh.
YouTube is like a millennial thing to them. They can't do it. They could never.
I get confused with YouTube TV as well.
Because it's cable.
It's cable.
Once you get it, it's literally cable.
But also when my kids are watching TV and then they're accessing stuff I don't want them to, but you can't put it's just.
Wait, how old are your kids?
I have a soon-to-be 13-year-old and a 10-year-old. I know.
How is that? Ooh, that's worse than my god kids.
I know.
Because when they're teenagers, they're old enough to say nasty shit to you, but you can't say it back.
He has and I do. Like he's like, in the past, he's been like, Mommy, are you retired? But like he knows.
Yeah.
He knows that like he knows like how to.
He's
very smart. It'll really benefit him when he's an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the things I said, and I was like, I would have killed me. My mom's always like, I can't wait for you to have kids. I'm like, that's why I'm never having them, because God doesn't like ugly. And I was a very nasty, ugly child. So I was like, I would just, if I got I would just drown it. I'd be like, nope, you're the bad seed. You're the devil. It's over. So
ugly, you mean like?
Just like, I would say the nastiest thing that came to mind. I remember I was like, Mom, like, do you have life insurance? And she's like, what's your policy? And I was just like, oh, is it weird that like you're monetarily worth more dead? And she was like, see?
Wow.
And I think about that some days, and I was like, I would have run a bath and just killed and you're the bad seed. You are the devil. I was like, that came out of my mouth. And you didn't kill me, so I was touched by an angel.
But now they're okay because you're giving them your passwords, right?
Exactly.
So like sharing TV.
Now I'm like, she's like, how do I watch Landman? I'm like, shut up. Here. But okay, hard left. I want to talk about my favorite role you've ever done, which was your 1 episode arc on the other 2.
Which is what I was trying to download this morning. Like you're doing homework. I was like, I want to rewatch that, and I couldn't.
It was because it's the episode where like he's being like, it was just such a brilliant.
Stalked?
He's dating someone who's pretending to be gay to get better roles. And then you come into work. I think you come like up through a floorboard and you're like,
Yeah.
I dated him. He's straight. This is him at the Teen Choice Awards.
Yes.
And I was like, this is the most fucking brilliant cameo I've ever seen because like she lived this. And you're also kind of playing yourself. I was like, she got to like flex muscle in a way I don't think she's gotten to in 20 years because you were like, I went to the fucking Yale. I was like,
No.
that's how I found out you went to Yale was the other two.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Maybe I should talk about it more, right?
You should. Like, I went to school in New Haven.
I say that all the time and I sound so not. I used to take the train to New Haven and every weekend.
Same, I'm like Penn, not Penn State. Not Penn State. UPenn in Philadelphia.
But that's why your comedy's so good because you cut a bitch.
I have
it's just
to.
very smart.
I've met many a person.
It.
But that's the fun part now is that I've entered the part of the zeitgeist where I now am regularly seeing people that I've talked shit about. And I'm like, well, here we go.
Ooh, how's that?
Well, one, so many of the men in Hollywood are like the size of like anorexic girls. So it's not a big thing. Like, if Timothy Chalamet's got beef, what are you going to do?
It's true.
Like if I punched you, you'd burst into coins. So it's like, it's fine. But also that's the reason I tag everybody I talk about because if you do have an issue, we can talk directly. So I've talked to like Emma Greedy, who I talk mad shit about. I hate Cam, I hate Skims. But we had like a beautiful conversation and she was like, I get it. I was like, we were just like sat there and she was like, you're actually really fucking funny and I can't debate the points, but this is my point. And I was like, in another world, we'd probably be best friends. But
when
like,
her book came out?
Yeah. But I was like, see you on the internet, bitch. But like, but I'm like, I liked her. She's incredibly intelligent. We just don't have the same value system. And I respect that. And that's what I'd want. Like if you have a problem and if I've really hurt your feelings, I would stop. But like my bar is, I feel like I'm a generally whimsical bitch. My bar is very, very low, but just we live in the upside down right now.
Yeah, we do.
You know?
But I think that's what I loved about, I remember we had some kind of interaction between you and me, and then you mentioned my sister.
Yes.
But I was so drawn to you because you don't suffer fools. And I feel like everyone's so scared.
True.
Now it's so boring.
Well, my whole thing is like, if I never get to work with Mark Wahlberg, I don't care. I don't like you. That is okay.
Oh, I didn't know about this beef.
Oh, forever. Have you worked with him? I'm sure you have.
Oh, I dated him.
Oh, shit.
When I was doing Fast and Furious. Oh my God. Wait, no, I think I have. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm just like, in what world does someone who's committed multiple hate crimes get to be a rapper and then like move to Nevada to avoid taxes? Like, fuck you.
Right.
Like, actually, fuck you. And then like I looked into it and then he tried to get his record expunged so he could, because if you're a felon, you can't franchise. So he was trying to franchise Wahlburgers. And
if you're a felon, you can't franchise?
It was some crazy niche law where like, because he was a convicted felon, he couldn't franchise Wahlburgers.
That's a fucking show. That is something that like the Righteous Gemstones guy should
Truly, forever. Like if he has zero haters, I'm dead. So I'm like, you know what? If Mark fucking Wahlberg and Entourage sucked. Entourage fucking sucked. Okay? Did you cameo on that? I think you probably did at some point.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't. I was still like pretty raw during the Entourage years.
Yeah.
Because it was like right after.
Yeah, and again, but you didn't marry him, so good judgment there.
I didn't marry him.
Because Mark Wahlberg fucking sucks. If you don't have a
But
history,
you wouldn't want to run into him, right?
I'd fight him.
Okay.
He's short.
Okay.
He's short. Like it's a weird. I feel like I played football.
Is there anyone who would scare you?
The Rock.
Yeah.
Because we're equal sizes, and I feel like he really does train for this thing. But also, like, I was at Guy O'Seary's Oscar party, and that was like, oh wow, this is rife with the peoples.
Yeah.
The peoples that I have talked to.
Yeah.
I was actually talking mad shit about Timothy Chalamet in the bathroom with another gay, and then I opened the door.
You hear a flush and
I open it. It's Kylie and Haley Bieber, and I'm just like, you know what? I hate you. You know I hate you. What are you going to say, bitch? Like, whatever. Haley, you're a gem. I love you. Fuck you. But also like, that's Hollywood. And when I realized I'm closer to when I was in that room and realized I'm closer to the size of The Rock than most of these people, I was like, what are we going to do?
I actually think that's what, because you've talked about eating disorders a lot, I think, and it was I just listened to the Jamila Jamil.
Yeah.
I think a lot of women's body issues come from like acting with small men.
Small men.
Because right now I'm working with Joel Kinnaman and he's Thank God, 6'3".
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, I don't have to worry about, do I have broader shoulders?
Can I wear
than
heels?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But like, there was one point, whatever, I'll break the fourth wall. I used to live in the same building as Austin Butler in Brooklyn when he was with Vanessa Hudgens. Sorry, not sorry. I loved you. You were that weird kid with the pants. And so he remembered me from Brooklyn. So it's me, Austin Butler, Timothée Chalamet, and Scout Willis. And Timothy was like looking at me and I was like, I know you know who I am. I know you want to say something. And if you do, we can engage like humans. But he just didn't. But I think it's also because I'm usually a talking head. So when you see me in person, you're like, oh. Like I had some shit to say, now I don't.
Right.
So it's like, I always wanted to be like, can I hold your hand and do you have an issue? Like I know I called you the twink Tilda Swinton yesterday, but like, let's talk about it. Like, do you have an issue? But but I feel like people that have a good sense of humor about themselves, we end up becoming friends. And those are also the people that last. So I find the people that have been really famous for 3 decades find me funny. And and like the people who get mad are like Love Island contestants or like Real Housewives. Like they have a problem.
Yeah.
Like, Dorit sent me like a novel about something once that I said about her.
And also like you'd have to be so stupid to put that in writing, right?
Right?
Like voice memo
Literally.
and be like, that'll get erased in like 10 seconds.
Say it, forget it, text it, regret it.
Yes.
Oh,
I haven't heard that.
I always say that.
Good.
Reese Witherspoon once left me 2 4-minute voice notes, but then erased them.
Smart.
And I want to know what she said. I want to know what she said.
Oh, you don't know?
I was in a meeting, so I was like, fuck, I don't care. And it was literally, and I was like 4 minutes, 47 seconds. And then I went to look at it 30 minutes later and they were gone.
But maybe her phone was in her bag and she,
No, because I just talked shit about her for AI. Because she was like, hey, girlies, we got to learn about AI. I was like, your production company is selling AI courses at Purdue. Don't lie. Right. If you're making money, make money, girl. Love you. Elwood's forever. Yeah. And it was like 2 days after that.
But how come people don't have to disclose that? Because like now I can't sell anything on Instagram without being like #ads. How come people don't have to disclose that? It feels
we could go down that rabbit hole all day. I think it's because the people that should be making these laws are like 90. Like we need term limits, not to be ageist. Get the fuck out of here. Once you're 65, go home.
Yeah.
Go home, Roger. Like you gotta get out.
And get a woman in there.
Because I don't think that part. Can we talk about how everybody hates women? Let's give a hard left to your 50% of the population and like 2% of any leadership.
That's crazy.
And it's such a weird thing to me.
And every other country has had like a female president.
I think about it all the time. I'm just like, weird. How do we not fix it? Like, can we fix it? Or just like, a lot of my comedy is like, we all hate women, and it's sad to me that I'm like the only man saying it. That's why I think it's funny when people are like, not all men. I'm like, I'm a man. We're trash. We're garbage historically in every sense. But also just like the privilege we have. Like, I'll be like, oh, look at that shortcut. I'll skip through a graveyard. Yay! Look at that dark alley. That's convenient. I never have to, even as a gay man with like Grindr and shit, I never have to think about someone being able to overpower me during a sexual encounter. Or like if they did, okay, we're like, unless it was The Rock, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? It's 50-50, but like having to navigate the world that is kind of like built systematically to kill you. And then people make jokes about it.
Yeah.
Like the man, like what is the manosphere like to see as a woman? Because they're so dumb. It's so stupid and gay.
I think because I'm working abroad right now, and like I mean like Montreal. It's not, but like coming back, I'm like, why? It's just basic things like I went to a music festival called Oshiaga and everyone, all these kids like crowding the subways, but it was civilized.
Yeah.
No one was pushing each other and no one was being a jerk and no one was wasted. Or like at Starbucks, they don't have plastic cups.
No.
They just don't have plastic.
I did freak out about that in Paris. I was like, are you giving me iced coffee in a hot coffee cup? I don't know. It's American.
But isn't it gross? Like how, like we're just so extra on everything. And then like we're super liberal and then we're super conservative. And then we're like,
it's tiring.
It's insane.
The French are tired of us. I was in France because I was like, I'm going to get out of here for a while. And for the first 2.5 months of the year, I was in Paris. And I was like, I had never felt so at home so fast. I was like, it's just nice. People read.
Yeah.
Like, it's also nice that
And
like,
they judge each other based on like intellect, not like how you
Yes.
look or how much money you have, or like I find that so
They're
much
not-
better.
and they're like, things aren't always open. And like after the first week, I was like, wait, what? Like, this is good. So the berries the first berries class is at 8 a.m. And I'm used to being like 5 a.m. rise and grind, get in there. And they're like, why?
What do you mean Starbucks isn't open at 5:30?
Yeah,
Like,
I literally would like walk to the gym and I'm like, where's my coffee? Why are you not open at 5 to give me coffee? And they're like, at 9 maybe. I was like, oh, people are working to live, not living to work.
Exactly.
And everything's affordable. I was like, I told my realtor, like, I can afford X amount in rent. He's like, don't ever fucking tell someone you can pay that much. He's like, we have rules here about gouging. Like, that's a psychotic budget. I'm like, that budget will get you a shoebox in New York or LA now. But they just like live and they read.
Yeah.
And like, they need to put ice in things. Like, it's hot, y'all.
Right. Yeah,
Air conditioning. But like, but the rest of it, just better.
No, I know.
Better.
Yeah.
And wait, so you have a 12-year-old boy?
Soon 13, yeah. So
How do you protect him from this bullshit of the man? Because it's got to be frightening to raise a
Well, also some
boy.
kids are born sexist, I think. Like Rowan, my little guy, like if my husband's talking, he's like, "Mommy, shh, let Mason talk." And it's just like this he just has more respect for his father and his stepdad than he does, and his grandpa than he does me. And I'm like, well, how did he acquire that?
It's the world, though. It's built to be like, women are quiet. Like, I think it's just so weird. Like, misogyny is so built into the culture that even if you're not actively doing it, it's told to you through the Bechdel test, like every show you watch. And I feel like we're having this weird regression into like things being conservative again.
They're also watching like YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
And I try to keep them away from that. But also, did you read, Scott Galloway?
Yeah.
I love his book called Notes on Being a Man, because it's not, I was reading that and I was like, shit, this is what I want to like convey to Julian. It's just like practical advice. And it's not, I feel like for a long time we were sort of only thinking about little girls and how we can deprogram them from all the bullshit. And then the boys were kind of left in the dust.
Yeah. And
I was like, but wait, we can't vilify boys to the point where they hate themselves.
Exactly.
So again, it's like these extremes.
Because now like, we're always like, girls, this is how to avoid being assaulted. It's like, we should just teach the guys not to assault them. Yeah. That would be probably simpler.
Yeah.
But we're like swinging back. Like, even though I watched The Shards, and it's like a Bret Easton.
Is it good?
It's interesting.
Tiger was the most beautiful person.
I love her.
alive.
I trapped her in the corner of a Beyonce concert and said, you were so good in Bottoms. I just want to say you're a brilliant comedic actress. And then I saw her again at that Oscar party and I was like, I was so sorry that I drunkenly like grabbed your shoulders and was like, I'm gay, don't worry. Like, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'm an actress. I love praise. I was like, you're a bad bitch.
I love that she said that.
She is like whip smart, like sardonic, and like
her mom is too. And like not that many people know that. I was on a flight. I think it was back from England. It was transatlantic, and we had to sleep on the flight. And my husband was sitting next to her, and I was like, "Boo, we're gonna you're moving," because he was just like, "Let's switch seats."
But she's amazing. She's super smart. Love her.
But the
Shards, because it's Ryan Murphy and Bret Easton Ellis, which is going to be a lot of like white gay toxicity in one room together. And I've read that book. I think the hard part for me is it's got like a Bret Easton Ellis style voiceover, but for me it's like there's this opening line when he was the most beautiful boy I'd ever seen. I'm like, he's actually just skinny, white, and angular.
Yeah.
And like you guys like that, but also hard circle back. They don't make white boys like they used to. Because if you had Paul Walker
Channing Tatum.
and Paul Walker, if you had Paul Walker walk in and he was like, that's the most beautiful boy I've ever seen, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like the beefcakes in like our era were just, I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but they were just objectively fucking hot men.
Yeah.
And these boys now are like bird-chested Saint Laurent models. And I'm like, you're not.
Or they're too self-aware, right? Like, I don't like vanity in a man.
Like, you're aware of your pretty.
Yeah.
Like, and like Paul was just walking with like loose Chuck Taylors and like a skateboard, and you're like, you're so fuckable. Or Channing, like, I would never tell you this to your face, but you're so like you're Magic fucking Mike, or She's the Man, or all that. I think it's because like they weren't male beauty had not been commodified by the internet at that point. So they were like, they knew they were hot, but they were just like dumb boys.
Yeah.
And that's somehow so much hotter than a boy that's like has to fit into like
So much
size
hotter.
28 thigh high boots.
Although Jacob Elordi.
Oh, he's giving it. I also saw him at the Oscar party.
He's
A true 6'5".
also that voice. Like,
A
I
true
love a
6'5".
deep voice.
I also love, he just like, I love that he's not on social media. I love it. I love a 28-year-old that's like, fuck Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in a Bottega ad and Frankenstein, and that's where you'll see me. And he's just like so quiet and sweet. He's one of the guys I was
And he
like,
loves his mom.
truly.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to bother you. I want to be respectful of your time, but like, you were so good at Frankenstein. I really loved it. And he was
Yeah.
like, thank you, man. That means a lot to me. What's your name? And I was like, I love you. But like,
Also, Aussie boys. I don't know why, but Aussie boys.
something in the water down there.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Hemsworths, all of them.
Jesus.
You know?
Yeah. Insane.
Also Margot Robbie and Samara Weaving. Also,
Margot Robbie, brilliant.
another Paul Walker circle back. Do you ever go to the Aloe Gym?
I have not been, or maybe I've been like once.
It's like it's like an Illuminati thing where you go and they give you free Pilates or whatever. But it's
Yeah, I don't want free Pilates. I want free shit from Aloe.
they give you free shit.
Oh, okay.
You should
Maybe
go.
I'll
I'll give you.
Yeah, I should go.
Honestly, I will give you the booking phone number.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Seriously,
Please do.
They give you a grip of shit when you go.
Oh, amazing.
But I was there, and I remember it was like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. go because she loves Pilates. But we were talking about how racist and stupid things were, and then I was talking about like the Laney Boggs rule of fuckability, like when you take a girl's glasses off. And I forgot, oh, you're the guy in that movie.
Oh my gosh. Was he just like, okay.
He was like, interesting. Yeah, because me and Sarah were going off. We're like, and 16 Candles was done. We're talking about how Long Duck Dong, he's Chinese, and they play I'm Turning Japanese. We're like, all these fucking movies. I'm like, or She's All That. The bullshit and fucking She's All That. And I'm just like ripping that movie.
Oh my.
And then I'm like, and then as I'm coming back into my body, I was like,
no.
oh, Freddie
no.
Prinze Jr. is watching me be like, that's the dumbest fucking movie in the world. Rachel Cook is hot as fuck. That's so stupid. And he just looks at me and goes, well, I mean, it was a different time, guys. It was a different time. I'm like dying. I was like, oh shit. I was like, but it was great.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh
But it was,
my
but
God.
yes, it was such a crazy roundabout. I was like, oh, you were in that movie with Paul Walker and Lil' Kim and Usher.
Lil' Kim was in it?
Lil' Kim was one of the girls. She has like 2 lines.
Oh my God.
She's-
Usher was in Faculty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, another circle back. You need to go back and watch. Have you seen Architectural Digest Open Door? It's like it's like the new Cribs.
Yeah.
So Usher just did it, and it's the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. Because he does it. He hired Stephen Klein. And the whole thing is like an 8701 interlude. He's doing like spoken word poetry. There's 3 album changes.
Oh,
I literally
wow.
watched this with Channing yesterday, and I was like,
God.
I thought I was high. You have to sit here and watch this with me because I don't know what's happening. And I was like, and I need you to watch 4 other ones for
No,
context.
I really need to watch
You
it.
must. I will give you my number. You must watch it.
My
And then tell me how you
God.
feel. It's like, it's like exterior. Nighttime. He's wearing an Hermes leather
Does
jump.
he come out like
He
gyrating?
literally is like smoking a cigarette and wearing an Hermes leather jumpsuit. It's like a house has walls and walls have a house.
Stop it.
And it goes on for 13 minutes. 13 minutes, 5 outfit changes. At one point, his entire family is by a pool. His wife is wearing like a Tom Ford leather gown
Oh my God.
and they jump in the pool. And I was like,
No.
but it's also daytime in Atlanta. Why are you wearing a black leather gown?
Yeah.
It's hot. It's
Yeah.
humid. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And I just want like Usher, I want to know, and your co-star want to know. I need to hear your decision-making process in gruesome detail. Because they were like, hey, Usher, you want to do an open door? He's like, you know what I want to do? I want to hire Stephen Klein. I want to write a 13-minute spoken word interlude. And I want to film it. And I was just
my
like,
God.
and Architectural Digest said, yeah,
But also, where was this publicist where they're like, let's just edit this
it's
down?
truly
You know?
fucking unhinged. I was like, bro, why did you not just show your house? You've done
Yeah,
Cribs.
yeah.
You know the game. And he was like, you know what I want to do?
Oh my
Picture this.
gosh.
Peep this. Check this out. You have to watch it. It's insane.
I'm going to watch
And
it.
if you have his number, you should text him and be like, bro,
I don't have his number.
what the fuck were you thinking? What was he like on The Faculty? Because that was like his peak, like My Way, like You Make Me Wanna era.
You know, it was before You Make Me Wanna. It was like he was a baby and he was getting into the van with his mom. Like every morning, like his mom was, like he was so sweet back then.
And how was Josh Hartnett?
I had a huge crush on Josh Hartnett. Josh was Josh. Josh was like, look, smoke and I'm an artist. Like he was that kid.
I feel like I appreciate that because I love his like resurgence now. Like
yeah, it's great. And Sean Hannity on The Pit. He's all of a sudden super sexy.
All of you, that's all of you that are like came out. I feel like you, Hillary Duff, Josh Hartnett, Mandy Moore, everybody that like came in like Y2K, they were like 19, 20. It's like it's not a resurgence, but like it's coming back around in a way I appreciate. And because of like modern medicine and veganism, you all still look 25, so it's like.
Wait, you're not vegan, are you?
God, no.
I don't think vegans look.
No,
they're missing a lot of.
I was vegan for 3 years, and I was like 30 pounds lighter and just sad.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was having dinner at the Standard in New York,
and
you would have to call and be like, "What do you have? Can you exchange like hummus for Greek yogurt?" And that's what broke me. They were like, "Oh, we can't do it." I was like, "I can't live this life.
No,
I can't be the one at group dinners being like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you do this? Can you do that?"
It's so bad for your digestion. Like you just have like a massive thing of cauliflower instead of a little bit of chicken. Like,
exactly. It's
gross.
bad.
Yeah.
Another hard left. The MTV one season brilliant show, Rich Girls. Your sister is friends with Jamie Gleitcher.
Yes,
I think that's how I started following your sister.
And I'm also like Jamie and I share a love of like frozen yogurt and all things 90s in terms of like beaded bracelets. And Jamie's funny.
But I follow her too because I like one of my earlier videos like 4 years ago was like this was one of the most brilliant this was like Grey Gardens for teenagers.
Yeah.
Because he was like when reality was still reality. I don't know how Tommy Hilfiger let Allie say yes. But it's also like, it's the erosion of a relationship. It's actually quite sad and brilliant, but just like played off of as like fun. And I'm like, they're not friends. This is like, it was almost like girlhood because they start off being like, we're besties.
Yeah.
By the end, you can tell they are not. Allie Hilfiger also has a full psychotic break on camera. Like, Dad, I don't know how to make a burrito and the meats and the cheeses and she's just walking in a Hamptons, like Bristol Farms with a Birkin bag 35, asking people, what do I put in a burrito? And I was like, you couldn't do this today.
No.
Because it's not streaming either.
Well, I rewatched, but it's on YouTube. So I rewatched the first one.
I make people watch it on YouTube.
And it was like the thing where, well, Jamie comes off like super earnest. And I feel like Allie was in on the joke.
Yeah.
But you have to have both of them in on the joke in a way. Like Jamie was like, I'm in love with this guy and I'm going to lose my virginity today. And like, it's just, you can't.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And he was talking about how I think Michael Bloomberg's not Republican enough. He's like smoking a cigarette in the car being like, problem with Bloomberg. I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
You won. I want to kill you. He's probably a congressman now.
Or like all the girls are like, treats her housekeeper as nice as she does her friend. And you're just like, that's how, what?
It was,
like, what?
I remember being a senior in high school and being like, everyone must watch this show. And we would be in AP economics and every day comment and talk about that episode of Rich Girls.
My God.
And I was like, clearly Allie and her dad shut this shit down because if that was on Paramount Plus, I would stream it. But you have to watch. It's clearly a VHS bootleg on YouTube.
Totally.
But like,
totally.
I
the
like
graininess. Felt like there was something.
It's amazing. Like Michael Vila was that kid's name.
Yes.
Michael Vila was the Ryan Felipe of our high school.
And also Michael, not that hot.
No.
I was like, what's up with
the limos, the flip phones.
I know.
Then like, but again, it's like I could teach a course on it. It's the implosion of a female relationship in the era of like new media. And I don't know. I saw Allie Hilfiger at an Aloe event at the LA Tennis Club. And I wanted to grab both of her hands and be like, tell me everything.
She's like completely reinvented herself, right? Like she's very like,
well, she grew up. It's been like,
yeah, I guess.
It's like, I can't imagine if someone filmed me at 21, never. The amount of drugs. Come on now, baby.
But also, no one can go to. Everyone has phones now, right? So you can't do it. You can't be messy anymore.
Like surveillance media. What clubs were you going to in that era?
Spy Bar was one of my favorites. In New York. Gosh, what else was there? I liked loungy type places.
Like, were you like
I didn't like
a Ledoux girly?
Yes, I was here.
Because what was that like
Yes.
when like the Hills girls are encroaching on your
The Hills girls
world?
came after me. It was more like
Lord.
like Paris.
But that's 06. That's like fast four. So like
Yeah.
that's like in your era.
Yeah.
Like you have a franchise, you're coming in, and then like
Mhm.
what was that like as like because that was the last kind of like segregation where it's like you're an actress, I'm in fucking films, I have a film series, and you bitches are on MTV.
Right.
Like, but you're all commingling and there's not Instagram yet.
Right.
So like what a crazy time. Like, we weren't quite fully surveillance capitalism, but like
No, we weren't.
but like Paris, Brittany, like Kim's coming right behind them, and you're like
Mhm.
25, like
There are
what the
pictures
fuck?
of me with my roommate from Yale in Paris, like arm in arm,
See?
going from like club to club. But it's so nice because no one sees like the messy
Right?
aftermath. Like you're either going home with a dude, or I was going home and like going to Jerry's Deli and getting like
Yeah.
a big black and white cookie and then going to bed.
I feel like we're like because I graduated college in 2009, so like I was young when the Gossip Girl kids were young, but
Yeah.
everybody didn't have iPhones yet.
Yeah.
And we used to go to this club called Dark Room. Everybody would go to it. The bouncer was a coke dealer, and I hate Sebastian Stan to this day because we would always get in fights at like Sbarro. It'd be like 4 a.m. and he would and like that man's done nothing to
Sbarro.
me, but I like. When he got cast as Bucky in Captain America, I was like, fuck him. And they're like, why do you hate him so much?
Oh my God.
And I've literally told Blake Lively about this. I'm like, I've hated him for 20 years because at 4 a.m. we would leave Dark Room and go to the pizza place, and he would fucking cut the line because he was an actor.
Oh.
So he doesn't remember me, but I'm like,
Oh, that's gross.
and to this day, like I've like seen him, and I'm like, I want to punch you, but like,
Yeah.
but we were all messy as
we
fuck.
were all I mean, I lived at the Versailles. That's like a couple blocks away on Burton.
Yeah,
And I remember falling into water fountains with my friend because like we didn't have our keys.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And your corgi's like in like behind the door and
Well,
just like really fun.
I did that a month ago.
times.
I went
You
with
did?
Tiana Taylor to the BET Awards, and I wasn't planning to go. And I love to go out. I love a cocktail, but like going somewhere at 11.
No, I know.
So like I took a nap, went with her at 4. And also again, because of surveillance now, it's like, it was like Tiana Taylor, Cardi B, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Keke Palmer.
Mhm.
And like, but every time they get together, it's almost like a ring light of cameras appears, like, because the crowd wants to film them. So I was like, this is why you can't have fun. So I would literally be like leaning out. So like, I basically went to the corner, was talking to Tiana's parents the whole night. I was like, so what? But then I got home at 3 a.m., locked myself out,
Oh.
had to spend $732 for a locksmith that would come at 4 a.m. I was like, I know you're scamming me, but I
Yeah.
just want to get
Yeah.
into my bed.
Yeah.
I
Did you
don't-
try with a credit card
Yeah.
though to like
Yeah, I did all drunk as fuck. I was like,
Yeah.
I was also
I would
wearing
have broken a window.
wearing a backless Versace bodysuit and white pants. So I'm sitting there like, someone help me. I was like, oh no. But the guy's just looking at me like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck? But I mean, and that's what I think the youth are missing now because you
yeah.
can't go get messy. That's why kids can't dance.
And also, what a night, like, you know, Snapchat?
Yeah.
I'm not on Snapchat,
I'm not either.
but I see like my stepkids are on it. And it's like, that is the last thing I would want is for someone to be like, oh, she's home.
Yeah.
So like, let's just drop by. I'd rather die
No.
than have people know my location at
Truly.
all times. Get
Truly.
it? It sounds like a nightmare. You can't lie to someone and be like, oh no, I'm not in
So one of my best
friends.
friend's stepdaughter, she's at Marlboro now. You know, hi Simone. Sorry, but she was when she was in like 7th grade. She was talking about how you have Snapchat friends and real friends. So like you'll go to school and there are people that you will talk to on Snapchat.
Mhm.
How's your lunch? How's your day? But if you see them, you do not speak.
Oh,
And I was the only one fully bothered by this. I was
Yeah.
like, tell me more immediately. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah.
She's like, well, you have your real friends you talk to, and then your Snap friends. And I'm like, but you are existing in the same physical space?
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, that's the moment I knew I was never going to have kids. Because I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I want to cuss you out right now, but you're 13. And I can't, again, you didn't invent this thing that has dictated your social world, but I hate it. I
It
hate it.
shouldn't be available to kids.
No.
I don't think. No.
It ruins them. Like if I didn't have the ability to do stupid shit and grow up and like, also like rejection. I feel like like I read something yesterday, like 75% of boys 18 to 25 have never asked someone out in person. They like, you match on an app or like you do.
Wow.
And I feel like that is what Gen Z is missing is the spontaneity and the character building of like, do you want to go out into your face? No. And it's like, it's not, it's like, it is crushing, but I feel like that's why they're so like, I sound old now.
Like socially
like
awkward.
safe space and I don't know. And
Oh my God.
they're so bad at like small talk.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can be like, do you like me? And someone's like, no. I'm like, cool, I'll survive.
Yeah.
They don't get that. There's this safety of like, there's no spontaneity or like rejection. And I feel like we had to do that from like 11 to 22. And now you have kids that are like 30-year-old men that have never like risked it for the biscuit. They're never like, hey, you're pretty, you want to go somewhere? And the girl's like, no. And like, you're both okay.
Yeah.
And that's when we have like these videos of men. I don't know if you saw it. It's dark, but Jamila, it was on Jamila's thing where men were like, if she says no. So it's like you're proposing and they're practicing if she says no, punching her in the face. And it's like a literal TikTok trend. And it's men being like, and then like I was like, what?
That is really
dark times, man.
Really, really sad. Although I will say that even though I didn't have the filter of like being able to wait a couple hours and then respond, or I would just like, remember those transparent cord phones? That I had one, that was like my first one, and I got a line with call waiting and I was so excited. But like I would get nauseous if someone was calling and I wasn't, like just so socially awkward and not able to. So it might be a generational thing, or it might just be, I don't know.
But I feel like we had to power through it.
Yeah.
And I feel like nobody born after like 1990 had to power through.
No.
And
even
it
if
shows.
it took a couple Zimas,
right?
Like, to power through stuff. And,
Liquid
like,
courage. They don't drink anymore either. The kids aren't drinking anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know that we should advocate for it, but like,
well, I don't.
A lot of bad shit happened.
But also like all the virtue signaling, like, oh no, I'm not drinking. No, it's like, okay, great, but like, come on.
The green juice yoga has fucked y'all over. Like y'all just like go kiss somebody on the face. Go to Acapulco, rob someone, steal from a Wawa, okay?
Steal from a Wawa?
Yeah, Penn. I used to, because they had have you ever been to Wawa? It's like a very like tri-state area thing in like Philadelphia and like northern New Jersey. But they would go, I guess, whatever, they can't, there's statute of limitations. But like you would go and
they're going to come back and like, hey, make you return that.
And you buy a sandwich and they give you a bag with a receipt. And then you have a bag with a receipt. So while I was waiting for the sandwich, I would just steal other things and then you can walk out with it. And then one day I realized I've gone too far because I would just be like, oh, first it's a cookie, then it's a Gatorade. And then I was like, and I remember being like, oh, I looked up how much it was a felony. And I was like, oh, I've stolen a felony amount of shit.
Right.
In this thing. I was like, I have like $300 in groceries.
See, but that stuff kids should know.
Right?
Like, when does it become a felony? When does it become, you know what I mean? I feel like lots of kids, like I said something recently to my son and I was like, it was about fires. If you start, like, that is literally, like, the palace, like, the guy's in jail.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, if it's an accident. And I was like, no, actually, yes.
Babe. Like, the law doesn't care if you don't know.
I think,
like,
I think we need to educate kids on,
truly,
like, the real world.
Or just get in some fucking trouble. Like, you know how I knew what a misdemeanor and a felony was? Because I was out here committing crimes. Okay? I watched Next Gen NYC on Bravo. And like Bravo's now 20 years, but like the things that people that were our age did when they were 20. And then they're just out here fighting about a subtweet. And I'm like, baby, in 2006, we were punching each other. They're not like, they're like, oh, well, I saw you like that post about my breakup. And I'm like, at the core, neither one of you has done anything.
Also, you have nothing else to do with your time than to check likes on like, that's...
I don't care what you did. And also, again, if you can't say it to my face, who gives a fuck? So it's just the children these days.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's crazy. I realize we've been yapping and yapping and yapping. He's like, it's been an hour, but we've gone nowhere. We've covered nothing, but I had a fucking great time.
Didn't we?
We covered everything. We did.
In my mind.
We did. So bottom line is, in Fast 11, everyone dies.
No, I would have sacrificed myself.
And it turns out it's all a fever dream. And that the Peacock has greenlit a spinoff starring your character. And if they don't, it's a racism.
Yeah.
And I said that.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
This has been glorious. I feel like I'm just gonna say I feel like we're real friends now.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
this has been the Yestergays.
As soon as you give me that aloe yoga.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
no, babe, no, we're doing it. Because then you will see Freddie and Sarah Michelle there.
Yeah.
And you can say that you like She's All That. Were you in that movie?
She's my neighbor. We both lived on Mandeville. I know Sarah.
Oh, we were talking.
Sarah.
We're gonna keep talking. Yeah.
She also we grew up in New York.
Yeah,
We have,
you guys are both like PCS soap opera.
All my children.
Straight into the shit.
Kendall, though. She was like.
You were in a wait, you were in one of those
As the world turns.
a slasher though. What was your slasher? You all had to do
all like
You all had to do one.
Yeah.
She didn't know what you did last summer. She got killed in Scream. She got killed in both
I
of
did
them.
Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, the remake of that with
Yeah.
Matt Bomer.
Mm-hmm.
So hot.
So
Another
hot.
one.
So beautiful.
So fucking hot.
It really is.
All the good ones are married. Every time I'm like,
It really
I'm
is
like,
beautiful.
he's cute. They're like, he's got a husband of 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot, guys. What am I gonna do?
He's stunning.
Ricky Martin's divorced though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but I'm friends with his ex-husband, so I can't do that.
He's divorced.
I would never, Dwan. I would never. I feel like, weren't you in one where it was like...
Faculty Chainsaw Hard Eyes recently.
That was great. You played a great
Hard Eyes
psycho
was
in
fun.
that one.
I like playing a psycho.
Also, Mace Gooding, whatever his name is.
Oh my God.
So hot.
Oh my God.
He's the best part of 72 Hours, that Kevin Hart movie that sucks.
His Mason does not need to put a shirt on.
Right?
His Instagram, it's like, he's like, look at this tattoo, but look at my pecs.
I love it because I want to be like, even though I'm like 6'2", like 220, I want to feel small. I want a boy to make me feel little, and in Hollywood, that's so fucking rare. So when you see a Jacob Elordi or a Mason, I'm like, paint me like one of your French girls, hold me in your arms. I want to climb you like a tree, because you can't. You see these boys, it's all like Jeremy Allen White. I'm like, I could put you in my pocket. I don't want to do that.
Little Polly Pocket.
Right? They're all little Polly Pocket ass men. Fuck these Polly Pocket ass men. Clip that one. But yes, this has been Yesterday. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
25th anniversary of Fast and the Furious. I also would like to, another thing, I would like a show about Jordana playing the version of herself that was on the other two. And I want a show about just like, she's like, I went to fucking, it should be called I went to Yale or New Haven. It needs to be called New Haven.
Hashtag I went to Yale.
Hashtag I went to Yale. Took the train to the train to New Haven.
Metro North.
Metro North. Baby, this has been, third time this has been Yestergays. I mean it now. If you talk about my voice in this YouTube, I'm going to comment back. I'm going to look at your profile. I'm going to come back and talk about you fucking next week. So I'm sorry. I love my godchildren. They stole my youth. Bye.